Many believers of our time don't have time for the Bible. They have time to attend programs here and there. I come to observe that several people have times for prayer meetings than Bible studies. They enjoy praying, in the church, not even on their own. And even if on their own, the content of their prayers are not balanced. But when it comes to studying the Bible, no, they can't dig deep. They can't study to show themselves approved of the workman that didn't ought to be ashamed, so that they can rightly divide the word of truth. Hello, I beg, no verse. Please don't be offended. Welcome to Moment of Truth with Coben Voice. Matthew chapter 5, verse 21. I read, Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. Verse 22. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. Let's stop there for now. I want to discuss with us briefly on the topic, You have heard, but I say. Yeah, the Bible is divided into two parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. If you are a student of the Bible, you discover that there are many things that happened in the past that Jesus came to correct. I personally refer to Jesus as the corrector. He said, I've not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. So there were many commandments, many instructions, especially if you read this book of Matthew, especially chapter 5, you will see several things that Jesus said, You have heard, but I say. This will help every individual who is interested in doing the will of God and going on with scriptural practices as a Christian. There are too many things and too many ministers in our time. Many pastors, many prophets, many evangelists, many reverend, many bishop, many archbishop, archpope, and all sort of titles. Several of them are operating based on their own personal opinion, and some have denominational doctrines. And many of them have several followers who listen, who believe in them. Whatever that comes out of their mouth are taking hook, line, and sinker. But I advise with this discussion today that look, whatever you've heard, try to hear what Jesus said about it. Many prophets did many things in the scripture that were made reference to by the disciple of Jesus. Remember when they told him that, look, should we call down fire as Elijah did? Jesus told them, you don't know the spirit with which you are made of. You are not with the spirit of Elijah. So there are several people who are operating based on the old standard without referring to what Jesus said concerning those practices. So I advise you today, please don't operate based on what you have been told. Search the scripture. Balance it. Don't be one-sided. Many have quoted several scriptures, that are not the standard Jesus came to set. Good, they are in the scripture. But did you try to find out how it ended? So, don't just base on what you heard from your pastor. Your pastor is human. From your prophet could be operating in error. And then because it came out of him, you say, no, according to my pastor, according to my prophet. That is not, the standard to follow as a Christian. What has Jesus said? What does the scripture say? What is the conclusion of the whole matter? In that particular matter, what is the conclusion? Will you hold onto a verse of the scripture and conclude? What has Jesus said? The early disciples, even after listening to Paul, who wrote great portion of the New Testament, will go back to search the scripture to see if all that they have heard were true. Many believers of our time don't have time for the Bible. They have time to attend programs here and there. I come to observe that several people have times for prayer meetings than Bible studies. They enjoy praying, in the church, not even on their own. And even if on their own, the content of their prayers are not balanced. But when it comes to studying the Bible, no, they can't dig deep. They can't study to show themselves approved of the workman that didn't ought to be ashamed, so that they can rightly divide the word of truth. You can't be a matured Christian if you are not balanced. When you call for prayer meetings, when you call for vigil to come and pray, you will see them everywhere. And they can shout. But as soon as you said, let's study the scripture, come for Bible, observe it from different churches and denominations. People are fewer in Bible study than in prayer meetings. Study the scripture so that you won't be deceived. There are several deceivers everywhere. Going out, portraying themselves to be men of such, men that are really doing the work of God, rather than following them hook, line, and sinker. Study the scripture so that they won't deceive you. Because that day, nobody will defend you. You will be on your own to stand before the judgment seat. Thank you for listening. God bless you. If you are blessed, please like, comment, and share for others to be blessed too. Till next time I come your way, this is Cobem Voice. You can follow me on Facebook, and subscribe, on YouTube too. God bless you. Thank you.